Hello and welcome to Times of India. I am Akash Dasgupta. Joining me is Sanjeev Singh. If you are an Indian cricket fan, you will be very happy perhaps at the way things have gone so far. But if you're looking for a good result for India and India winning the test series, you will be waiting with bated breath to see exactly what happens on day 3. The 2 days of play that we've had in the Birmingham test have been absolutely fascinating so far. Virat Kohli, of course, standing tall, but there's so much more to talk about. Sanjeev, what do we start with?
Well, we have to start with the opening batsman. I mean, the way we saw Murali Vijay and Shikhar Dhawan come out, at that time it looked like India could have gone away with the match. But then after that we saw the English bowlers coming in, and then it was just finally left a rescue act for Virat Kohli to do.
Right.
That new bowler, Akash, Karan, can you tell us more about him?
Well, Sam Curran really is someone who has managed to fox the Indian batsmen. We saw the wickets that he took. That is something that, really rocked the Indian boat because they were going steady. Like you mentioned, the Indian openers, they gave them a good start, 50 for no loss. And at that time, the nerves would have settled down a little bit in the Indian dressing room, Sanjeev. But the way this quick bowler bowled, he took very crucial key wickets. And that meant that India was suddenly going down that collapse road that has been, the story of Indian cricket so many times on foreign tours. But again, this man, Virat Kohli, standing tall, showing why he's called by most cricket experts as the best batsman in the world, and exercising the ghost of not doing well in England.
Yeah, in fact, I think he had played about 10 innings and made 130 odd runs last time.
134 runs. Yeah,
so he's covered the deficit in the first innings.
Absolutely. And if you look at something like this, it's very interesting because what this means is that Virat Kohli, who's now got 22 test centuries, is 4th on the overall list to get to that mark in terms of the fewest innings. Sir Don Bradman right on top, followed by Indian legend Sunil Gavaskar, Steve Smith, who many Aussies of course still feel is the best batsman in the world, and of course 113 innings for Virat Kohli to get to 22 test centuries. That really speaks volumes.
Yeah, and that is remarkable because Kohli has been a late bloomer when it comes to tests and scoring those hundreds. It's only in the post-2013 era that we've seen more centuries coming from Kohli. So he's really done a lot of catching up to reach this figure.
Absolutely. One thing that is synonymous with Virat Kohli, Sanjeev, is how prolific he is. That is something that's always talked about, be it any format. Of course, when it comes to test cricket, Virat Kohli has to rein in that aggressive nature that he has because he is someone who's a flamboyant and very natural stroke maker. That, of course, works well for him in ODIs and T20s, but when it comes to test cricket, he has to rein that in somewhat.
Yeah. And about his batting, when he got to his 100, he took out a ring and I think he was signaling to Anushka Sharma about
to his wife. Yes.
Yeah, so that picture actually speaks volumes about the sort of grit he showed. He batted with the last 2 batsmen, Ishant Sharma and Umesh Yadav.
Yes.
And I think right from about 70 onwards, it took him a lot of time. He had to actually build his innings with both the players, keep coaching them about staying there and playing there with him. So hats off for that gritty knock to him.
Absolutely. What stands out when it comes to Virat Kohli is that he knows how to bat with the top order, the middle order, as well as the tail enders. India, as I mentioned, they were 50 for no loss, and then that collapse began and they were suddenly 182 for 8, and Virat Kohli was still around, and he had to sort of mentor the tail enders. He batted with everyone. He was in fact the last man to be dismissed, and thanks to his knock, England managed to take only a 13-run first innings lead, and that is when the match turned again, and India still came back into the encounter.
And then when India went back to bowl, we were lucky. We saw Ravichandran Ashwin once again striking, this time getting Alistair Cook.
Yep, Alistair Cook, that's a big wicket. Of course, Ashwin managing to get Cook's wicket again. Cook gone for a duck this time. England, of course, ending day 2 on 9 for 1, which means that there's everything to play for as far as both teams are concerned on day 3, Sanjeev.
So it will be an exciting day for India as well as England. So keep watching Times of India for live updates. We'll come back with more for you.